Today we're playing Jayden Daniels' entire career. Yes, he had a great rookie season, but we're going to see if he can continue that right now. In the offseason, they added some decent pieces to the offense, including a new left tackle in Laramie Tunsil, and an interesting piece in Deebo Samuel as well. Can Deebo Samuel return back to his old days and actually be a weapon for this offense? Let's go ahead and see. And in this first simulation season, second season in the NFL, they actually went 9-8. So a very disappointing season from what they had the first one. Almost had 4,000 yards, 27 touchdowns, and 10 interceptions, which that number was down a little bit. Also, Eckler almost had 1,000 yards, and receiving wise, Terry McLaurin had 1,000, obviously, and Deebo Samuel only had 678. Not a good sign that Noah Brown is getting more reception yards than he is. Let's see in this next season, his third year on his rookie contract, if he'll be better, and he needs to be, because I have a few challenges for him to complete. He needs to have 5 seasons of 4,000 yards, 3 more Pro Bowls, win 10 playoff games, and also win a Super Bowl, obviously. Offensively wise, it looks like they got worse because they got rid of Austin Eckler. I don't know if he retired or anything. It doesn't look like they picked up anybody else, really. Year 3, they actually went 7-10. Why are they doing so bad after the first year? Like, I thought we were actually about to have a good simulation video, but I guess not. I don't really understand what Madden is doing right now, but this doesn't look accurate. He didn't even have 4,000 yards, 24 touchdowns, 8 interceptions, so he did a lot better this season. We actually have a Tyler Algier on our team now, and also Noah Brown got 1,000 yards, but Terry McLaurin did. This Madden might be one of the worst wins at simulating season. Maybe in this fourth season, we need to hop into the game, and hopefully we get him back on track. I really don't know what's going on. I mean, they have a good quarterback, have a good team as well. Terry McLaurin is wide open. Oh my God, are we really about to get a first play touchdown? How is this team sucking, and then automatically when I get in, we get a touchdown on the first play? Now, sadly, just as good as the draw that we had, the Dolphins had the same thing, just going straight down the field and running in a touchdown with Tua Tagovailoa. We're inside the red zone once again, but we had to absolutely lay the hammer down on number 81. All pots free, and I thought we were about to take this all the way because number 93 in Collins was getting it, but we got tackled at the 40-yard line. We give it to our running back straight up the middle, and we finally get another touchdown. We're winning 14-7 now. Fast forward in the game a lot with only 3 minutes left. We're only up by 1 point. Offense has been looking so good. Of course, I'm going to go for it. And Terry McLaurin is wide open for the first down and the touchdown, too. End up winning this game 21-13. Hopefully, that boosts him into his actual good season this time. The team ended up going 5-12. Jayden Daniels just had an alright season. Right under 4,000 passing yards, 28 touchdowns, 11 interceptions. That's actually very disappointing because this offseason is a very big one. Jayden Daniels' rookie contract actually runs out. Now, they can't pick up his 5th-year option or can extend him, but the way this is going, he might want to go to a different team. In his 5th season, Jayden Daniels is still on the Washington Commanders. There's only 1 year remaining on his deal, though, so I guess they just pick up the 5th-year option, so we'll see if he goes somewhere else after this next season. I hope he does because they went 7-10, but honestly, like, what is a different team going to do? Because this is a good team at 86 overall, 88 offense, and 86 defense. They can't get much better than this anyway. For the first time during the simulation, though, Jayden Daniels actually had a 4,000-yard season, 28 touchdowns, and 6 interceptions. He had an amazing year. Now, let's see if he's going to go somewhere else. He's still a Washington Commander. Please don't be on here for long. Just sound like a 2-year contract, 5 years. We're going to spend 5 more years on this crappy team that can't even win 10 games. The next 2 seasons won't work for crap neither. We went 7-10 and 6-11. And Daniels didn't even have a 4,000-yard season either of those. But actually the next season, I don't know what happened, but we finally broke through, had a 13-4 record, made it into the playoffs. Now we are playing against the Philadelphia Eagles, but hopefully we will win that game at least. Jayden Daniels almost had 4,000 passing yards, 26 touchdowns, and 9 interceptions. I really wonder if we got somebody during the offseason or whatever. What made us just change it around all of a sudden this season? Jayden Daniels had a 98 overall. We actually got worse at the wide receiver spot. I mean, Terry McLaurin is gone now. This might be our only playoff game, so let's hop into it at halftime. We are winning only 3-0 though. Our defense is balling right now. 2 minutes left in the 4th quarter. We are up 9-0, and we end up winning 9-0 as well. Is our defense like really freaking good or something? Next round we have to play the 12-5 Rams, so probably gonna be a little bit tougher game, but it's tied at halftime. In the 4th quarter, we do get a touchdown, up by 7 points, and we win this game as well in the NFC Championship game. I accidentally hit sim and was going to sim to the next season. I guess I'm just used to it up to this point, but we did win in the NFC Championship game to the Chicago Bears 27-10. Playing in the Super Bowl against the Denver Broncos, we lost 14-24. We were so close to having Jayden Daniels being a Super Bowl champion. I'm just very glad that this season was a lot better than the other ones, and hopefully that continues. Did continue the next season, going 11-6, but sadly we didn't get in the playoffs with that record. In the next season, we're right back to being bad with 6-11. 4-11 record, of course. That year was very important too, because that was actually his last year on this contract. He was still a Washington Commander. I wish he would have went to a different team because it makes it a little bit more interesting. He signed a 4-year deal with them as well, so he's probably going to finish his career as a Washington Commander. We went 7-10, but the second we actually went 10-7, are back in the playoffs once again, playing against the 49ers. We make an actual crazy run to make sure that Jayden Daniels has a Super Bowl ring before he retires. But first, we have to win this first week against the 49ers, and we don't, losing 17-9. Maybe throw that Super Bowl out the window because I don't think we're going to get it. Daniels had an alright season though. He's already 500 passing yards, 26 touchdowns, and 5 interceptions. We made it in the playoffs once again with a 9-8 record this time. We actually got to the playoffs a couple years. How can we stack up the playoff wins though? This first week versus the Giants, we do get a win, so we're in the NFC divisional game versus the Cardinals. That time we are winning 14-2. Are we going to go all the way to the NFC championship game? In the season, we got in the playoffs with a 9-8 record. We win 17-9, and we are in the NFC championship game. So we are playing the NFC championship game this time against the San Francisco 49ers. At halftime, we are up 7-0. The 49ers haven't scored yet. We score another touchdown, and we end up winning this game 14-7. We're going back to the Super Bowl, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully this time it turns out different. In this big game, we're playing against the Las Vegas Raiders. That was not expected. Commanders versus Raiders. If you would have told me that like 2 or 3 years ago, I would have told you were crazy. That time we're winning 7-0. The Raiders do go down and get a touchdown, but we get a field goal. So do they. You're tied and going to overtime. Both of us get a touchdown. We're going into a second overtime now, and we end up kicking a field goal, and we are Super Bowl champions. Jayden Daniels finally got a ring in the simulation. After the way the video started, I did not think it was going to happen, but he finally got a ring on that finger. Thank God. And into the playoffs next year as well. Maybe we'll win another Super Bowl. No, we go to the first round, but at least we're making it. At least we're actually relevant now. The only bad thing is Jayden Daniels is going into this offseason as a free agent because that was the last year's contract. He is back on the Washington Commanders. Only a 1-year deal, so maybe a last ride type of thing. Sadly, they didn't have a good record though. I kind of hope that's not his last season. Seeing him going off like that just kind of sucks. He isn't on the Washington Commanders, but I looked at the retired list and he's not on there neither. So he's actually signed on a new team now in, drumroll please, the Baltimore Ravens. Now he's still at 87 overall, but is actually a backup on this team. I don't understand why he couldn't sign to another team that didn't have a starter, because 87 overall should still be a starting quarterback. Y'all aren't going to believe this, but I'm actually kind of glad he signed with the Ravens now because they made it all the way to the Super Bowl. Now Jayden Daniels didn't do absolutely anything. He didn't even attempt to pass, but if they win the Super Bowl, he does get a ring, so I guess that's somewhat good. Halftime, we are winning 10-0. The Falcons go down to get a field goal, but hopefully our defense holds up. They don't, but we go down to get a touchdown. The Falcons do not score. The Baltimore Ravens are champions. Jayden Daniels is on top of the world once again. I know he was a backup and didn't do anything, but it still counts. In the next season, he didn't resign on the Ravens, didn't retire, but actually not even on a team. He's a free agent at 82 overall. What kind of spot is the league in where 85 overall quarterback is still a free agent? I don't know, but Jayden Daniels is 39 years old, so I doubt he signs with anybody else. I was right. After spending 1 season as a free agent, he retired the next year after a 17-year career. I have some mixed feelings about his career because he's a Super Bowl champion, but I wish it was better during like the whole portion of his career rather than just like the last 4 or 5 years he was on the Commanders. But still, I guess he had a really good career. Thanks for watching, everybody. I really hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll check you guys out next time. Peace.